Yo, what's going on, people? We're back again with another video. Hope you guys are enjoying these videos. We've been doing them for 7 weeks now. We've been doing the Premier League predictions and previews, and you guys have been enjoying them. So we're gonna keep them going throughout the whole year. Hopefully, you guys interact with the conversation post game after the video. Do me a favor. Let me know your score predictions for the Tottenham Liverpool game, the Bournemouth Arsenal game, and the Fulham Chelsea game. Those are the three premier games we're going to be discussing the most today, in addition to the Manchester United game. And of course, do not forget Wolves versus Manchester City. If you guys think Wolves are going to win, let me know in the comment section, because that's a bold prediction. We're also going to talk about everything around the whole Tottenham win versus Arsenal in the North London derby, because they keep talking about it as if they won. So we're gonna have to discuss what happened in that loss, right? Then we're also gonna have to talk about, can the two undefeated teams, who's gonna buckle? Is it gonna be Tottenham? Is it gonna be Liverpool? In addition to that, Chelsea are still under a crisis, even though they won their last game in the League Cup. They're still under a crisis, and now that we're through to the fourth round of the League Cup, we got to talk about Manchester City. They're not going to do the quadruple. This is what it's come to, people. We celebrate Man City losing the League Cup because they're not going to do a quadruple, and we can't even banter them because they could still do another treble. It's crazy. But let's get the show started. Hopefully, you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and the poll question is: who's going to win, Tottenham, Liverpool, or is it going to be a draw? Yes, people. So I got my guy Jay, Tottenham fan, back in the building. We got Jamie in the house repping Liverpool. As you can see, the bottom two right there, they're gonna be facing each other. We got a debutant on the channel, Umar, coming on, repping Man United. As you can see behind him, he's got the Garnacho shirt. Bro, couldn't you have picked the what do you call it? A more classic shirt than Garnacho?
Listen, it's signed. So it's signed. I gotta flex it. That's what it is.
Okay.
Stocks is up on this one. Stocks is up.
That makes sense. Umar's already got fans in the building. Big up Mustafa. He's
Mustafa,
furniture on the channel. He's always around. Big up Mustafa. Big up to Ozan Kabak. That's his center. That he played center back. He's in the building. You guys probably see Ozan Kabak on your channel also, Jamie. I'm assuming he's everywhere also. And then we got Aspect saying, Iga, why you just say you hate Man United, bro? Am I supposed to be honest? Am I supposed to be honest, or am I supposed to lie to you? I don't like anybody but Arsenal. Why would I want anyone to win besides Arsenal? Any team in the Premier League, even if it's Liverpool, I don't want Liverpool to win another Champions League or league title before Arsenal. That's just the truth. And I think all the videos are the same. Am I wrong?
That should be.
No, I mean, facts. I mean, I hate City. I hate Liverpool.
Listen, if you're talking about the predictions and the thumbnail, come on. If you guys don't know by now, some of those predictions are what is it? What do they say? Satire. You just take it. You just take it as it is. It's not. They're not the actual predictions. This is why you're watching. You're gonna get to know the actual predictions. But before we go any further, did you guys see the League Cup games? We got to talk about that. What do you think about the League Cup games, guys?
Yeah, I love the League Cup. I think the League Cup's real fun. I actually think the League Cup is more fun than the FA Cup to watch.
Why?
I think you have better games. I think you have more entertaining games in the League Cup. I think it's a fun cup. Everyone wants to get rid of it. I'm like, no, it's a good cup. And, you know, you always get some lower league teams that do quite well in the League Cup as well and have a nice little run in it. I think it's a good trophy. And it's the first one you can win as well. And I think all teams should be going for it. I don't get why people dislike it. I really don't. I think
I have a theory on the League Cup. Let me know what you guys think. I think if an English team is in Europe, they should be exempt from being in the League Cup. They shouldn't have to be in it. Like,
yeah, I can hear that.
In the sense that a lot of the European teams don't have that extra competition. They tend to all have like just one domestic cup. They don't have two. So it's almost like we have an extra cup, but it's hurting some of the teams that are going to be playing 60 games, like City.
Yeah,
but I mean, It's a rotational cup. So I feel like I agree with, I think it's a great cup just for the upcoming players to get runs, play that lacks confidence. That's the games, you know what I'm saying? Youngsters. And it's just like, it's a perfect situation where you rotate your team, give other people breaks. Like we've seen over as a United fan, Rashford and Bruno taking a seat was literally beautiful. And then you got to see other prospects really shine. So personally, I'm not the huge fan of it. I don't think it's an important cup. So like with everybody,
you guys won it last year. You celebrated, of course.
I mean, I'm gonna celebrate a final and I'm gonna celebrate a trophy, but I'm not. It's not the highlight of my season.
It's not what you're aiming for at the start of the season.
Yeah. I mean,
one of them trophies
Liverpool threw a whole parade when they won it with the FA Cup double. They threw a whole parade, and I bet you anything, if Spurs would have won it, it would have been a whole. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, a trophy.
I think it's different. I think it's different if you break a trophy draw.
I'm just saying.
No. It's different if you break a trophy draw. Let's be honest.
No, it's not. The Carabao is Carabao. It's not the most important cup.
I think it's an entertaining. I always find the games entertaining in the League Cup,
especially the home and away. The home and away.
Yeah, let's be honest. In that game, ain't it? There's no replay.
If Brighton somehow win the League Cup, they're gonna parade that around like it's the Champions League final.
I mean, they're already out, so that's probably not gonna happen.
No. I'm giving you an example.
Yeah, no, I mean,
so I would understand if Tottenham won it, they would celebrate it.
Bro, what you talk, bro? Listen, with all due respect, you finished below us 6 out of the last 7 years. You're the team that win the trophies whilst playing poorly in the league, and then shout about it. So let's not take the piss here. You know what I mean? As in, like, you guys are the ones who deflect by finishing 8th and winning an FA Cup, and then retrospectively, when we talk about those seasons, you say we won a trophy, even though you hated every week of those seasons, apart from the little bit of bragging rights you got at the end of the season, and then you do revisionism on your show. But okay,
I'm just saying, would you rather finish 8th with the FA Cup or finish trophyless every year and finish within the top?
But why did you not have the same energy to United fans when United?
I actually did.
When United fans were telling you that they had a better season than you last season.
I actually did.
You don't think that United winning the League Cup and finishing 3rd? I know in your heart of hearts, you're just
Bro, I honestly sat here.
Bro, I can look you in your eyes and know that you don't, in your heart of hearts, think United had a better season than Arsenal last season. But you want to play the party line because you don't want to be hypocritical. I hear that.
No. I'm being honest. Well, I always said I'd rather finish a season with a trophy than not be be trophyless and be in the same position, basically. So,
right, but do you not see the development of Arsenal last season?
No, that's a different thing, though.
What did you? Let me ask you this question actually. What did you enjoy more? Yeah, winning the FA Cup and finishing 8th, or last season?
Last season, because we're now in the Champions League.
You enjoyed watching that.
So my point.
Your team slips was entertaining.
So my point to you is, my point is when it comes to Tottenham, you will mock us for not winning trophies, but you have just then yourself said that you enjoyed finishing 2nd and being a runner-up and winning nothing more than finishing 8th and winning a trophy.
No, I hear that. And there's different context to those two situations. One situation is a team is finishing outside of European spots, and by getting the FA Cup, they're able to now get into the Europa League. That is one, right? So you're basically the same. I'm comparing a person who's finishing 5th to a person who's finishing 8th.
Okay.
To be honest, if you had a choice to finish 8th with the FA Cup, or to finish in to finish 4th place, have Champions League football the next season, and to see that your team is progressing and moving forward, you'd rather have that. Am I wrong?
It's my personal opinion is somewhat irrelevant, because in terms of top 6 clubs, you're the only top 6 club that allowed their manager to stay after winning an FA Cup but finishing outside the top 4. Van Gaal, when he won the FA Cup and finished outside the top 4, he was sacked. Conte, when he won the FA Cup but finished outside the top 4, he was sacked.
And you're the only club.
You're the only second with the Europa League.
No, but one second. Why is it that there's this? Aren't we looking at the actual bigger picture here? Because if you see that there's something building, and there's building blocks of success, or some sort of what you might deem success at the end of the road potentially, then why not? Why does it have to be?
I 100%
doesn't have to be some default sack.
I 100% agree with you. All I'm saying is the energy wasn't the same when
No, but
Spurs were doing the same thing.
Difference, 1 second, it's the context. It's like if City were to bottle the league, people would not laugh at them because they won the league the year prior. That's why people are laughing at Arsenal. So when people laugh at Tottenham, the reason why they laugh at Tottenham is not because they got knocked out of a cup competition that they won a couple of years ago. It's because they're getting knocked out of cup competitions and they're not winning anything, even though they're putting themselves in the conversation as the top 6. When it comes to the top 6, you guys are the bottom of the barrel. And this is why
Hold on. Why are we bottom of the barrel of the top 6?
Because when it comes to actual success, when it comes to what builds your club,
winning, what has winning FA Cups got to do with the top 6? Because the top 6 to me is explicitly talking about league position, is it not?
Okay,
you're bringing FA Cup into it, but that's a different competition.
No, but winning has to do with the level of success. Your club is only in that situation due to the commercial value of your club. Based on winning,
not because we finish in the top 6 almost every year. Hence,
guess what? Yes,
I think the word in top 6 came from the 6 most powerful teams in the league. I think that's
and obviously,
I think based on history, Tottenham are not ahead of Everton. They're not ahead of Everton. That's the truth.
Is that what we're doing? Is that what we're doing here, Igal? Everton is
how do you judge? How do you judge a club size?
Yeah, that was a reach.
Fair enough, Igal. I see what you're doing with the legacy thing. Well, we've won European trophies.
The honest truth.
You've not won the Champions League or the UEFA Cup.
We won the Cup Winners' Cup. We won the Cup Winners' Cup.
Okay, the Cup Winners' Cup. So
that was the equivalent.
But saying Everton on the same status of Spurs is a reach, bro.
Everton are better.
Listen,
Everton have more titles.
Bro,
right,
okay. We got to big up Nottingham Forest then. Big up Nottingham.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Put us behind Preston.
Villa's better than y'all. Villa's better than
y'all. They have the same amount of trophies as Huddersfield, bro. When it comes to league titles.
All right. Okay. Fair enough.
When I judge the top 6, I'm judging based off the past.
No, when we talk about Manchester United and Liverpool, best believe second, third, first and second in the league. When they talk about next. In the next couple order, they talk about Chelsea, they talk about Arsenal, they talk about City, but they don't mention Tottenham.
The Spurs comes in.
Okay, but in that instance,
Spurs don't come there.
Am I entitled to classify Leicester as being a bigger or better club than you because they won the Premier League more recently than you?
Are they bigger than Manchester United because they won it more recently than them?
No, but I'm just trying to say United have won a Premier League in the last 10 years.
No, but
you haven't.
Judging the top 6 should be based off the past decade. So on the past decade, which are the 6 teams that have been been challenging for the top 6? And fair enough, Spurs is in the last decade. They've been challenging for the top 6. So now
I don't know why he's trying to relegate us to Everton
in the 2000 era. Everton in
the guys. I think we've gone a little bit off the tangent.
We have gone a little bit off tangent.
No, you did.
Yeah, we gone way off tangent. Shout out to everyone coming over from Big Six Bands. And do me a favor, guys, hit that like button right now. We got about 58 of you guys or 60 of you guys, and there's about 30 likes. So good ratio right there. Let's keep it up. Welcome, Ches, also for joining. Now let's talk about the big game this weekend. There's a big game this weekend, guys, and we got to get straight into it. The Tottenham-Liverpool game. Are you guys looking forward to it?
Of course. On 2 undefeated Masters.
It's going to be interesting.
And I think the best way to start is to actually let the two guys talk about their teams before we jump in. But Ches, what are you saying, man? You good?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Shout out everyone in the chat. Make sure
Chelsea won a game. I can see you're smiling ear to ear.
Yeah, that's why I'm here. If Chelsea didn't win, I wouldn't be here, girl. You don't.
Nico Jackson goal of the month. Not, you know what I mean?
They don't have to use the under 21 goal.
You should have.
Was on the side.
There you go. Let's get into it. Chelsea. We'll save Chelsea and Man United and Arsenal for later. Let's get straight into it. Jay, since you're the home team, I'll let Jamie start.
Thank you.
Jamie, take it away. Looking into this game, what do you think? Don't give away your prediction yet, but just going into the game, your form, how your team's doing, how you feeling going away to the Spurs.
Well, as a Liverpool fan right now, I'm top of the world, I suppose. It's been going well for the last, even towards the end of last season into this season, it's been going pretty well. we had a better transfer window, and I think a lot of people realise now. Jurgen Klopp looks back to his best. I think Mo Salah is the best player in the league. I think there's a lot of things going for Liverpool right now, but this Tottenham game's going to be a difficult one. You know, Tottenham are a very good side under Ange, and he's a bit like Spurs' Jurgen Klopp in a way. You know, that's sort of like the way he is, the person he is, the way he talks, the way he presents himself. He does remind me a lot of Jurgen. He's like the Aussie Jurgen. And he's got Tottenham playing some nice football right now. This is our most difficult game of the season so far because it is away from home. You know, if this was at Anfield, I'd be super confident no matter who we played it. Even if City came to Anfield, I'd be super confident because our record at Anfield is fantastic. But Tottenham are a very good side that play good football. And, you know, they got killers up front in Son. Son's the most clinical striker in the league, in my opinion. He's a
listen, I just had to come on me. Tell him again, because when I tried to explain this to these guys last week, tell him.
No, he's a tremendous player. I think Son's a tremendous player. He's one of them players who probably don't get the credit he really deserves. You know, I don't know why. Maybe it's because he plays for Tottenham. I don't mean that's an insult, but that's usually the case. He's a fantastic, and he's picked up the mantle from Harry Kane in his run with it, and he's the captain at the moment. You know, and playing in their more central areas seems to suit him because he doesn't have to run as much. Now, what is he, 31? So he doesn't have to run as much, and he's a killer in front of goal. He's a good player, man. It's very hard to dislike Son, even if you're a rival. He's a good player, and you've got Maddison as well doing absolute bits at the moment. Probably the best number 10 in the Premier League right now, doing absolute bits. And they're the two players I'm mostly worried about. The rest of the Spurs team don't concern me so much, but Maddison and Son really do. If Maddison can find them little gaps in between our midfield and in between the midfield and the defence, and Son making them lovely runs, that could be problems for Liverpool. I'm actually hoping Spurs have all the possession in this game personally, because I think Spurs having a possession in this game, they can leave themselves open a little bit, like you saw against Arsenal in that first half. And we got killers up top. I think that's the difference. You know, I think we got the best front line probably the best front line in the league, best forwards in the league. You know, we bring forwards off the subs bench that are better than most people's forward line. You know, and I just feel like that was what's going to get us over the line in this Spurs game. But yeah, I've got respect for Spurs. I've got no real hatred for Tottenham because there's no real rivalry between Liverpool and Spurs, really. So I just think it's going to be a really good game of football, close game of football. Yeah, it's going to be a tight one. It's going to be a game where I think Spurs might dominate possession and Liverpool play counter-attacking football, which might suit us in the end.
Okay. All right, Jay, take it away. What are you saying? How are you feeling going into this game? Are you scared of?
Fuck no. I'm not scared. No, listen. Arsenal away is traditionally our hardest game. So after Arsenal away, in as much as Liverpool are a very good side and stuff, this can't be as hard as Arsenal away. Do you know what I mean? We're playing at home. Like, there's a stat I saw before. There's a couple of things that I wanted to mention. Stat I saw before. Stat is that Tottenham have beaten every single Premier League side that they've played at their new stadium, apart from Liverpool. They're the only team we haven't beaten at our new stadium. So, unfortunately, it's time. Somebody's O has got to go. That's my mantra coming into this weekend. Liverpool's O has got to go. I'm afraid. 18 games unbeaten, is it? I think for Liverpool now, 18 games. It has to go. No, we haven't beaten you. Someone just commented. So, for me personally, I'm going into this game. Yeah, what have I seen? What have I seen about? So I think I was on your show last week for the prediction, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I said 2-2, right? Bang on. I explained clearly that when you played Brighton and Man City last season, you lost those games at home, and those games gave me hope that Spurs could get something. Now, in my analysis of this game of Liverpool, Liverpool have been fast asleep for periods of time this season, and they've got away with it because they've got absolute sharpshooters.
Fast asleep.
Mate, against Newcastle, very lucky to not be 2-0 down before they got back into the game. Yeah? Against Chelsea, good start. Last hour of the game, could easily have lost the game. Yeah? Against Wolves, no reason they should not have been 2-0 down at halftime. Cunha is going to have nightmares about that miss at halftime. He scores that, they go in at 2-0. They might not lose the game. Liverpool might not win. Bournemouth, 1-0 down. Should be 2-0 down before they switch on. I'm just saying, I'm seeing Liverpool over and over again in games completely just be so just terrible. Like, just like, not for the whole game, but like 20, 30 minutes where they're just terrible. And I think Liverpool still have structural issues with the way they set up. I think there's issues with the positioning of certain players. I still think not having a true number 6 in games like this is going to hurt them. Like, I think you need a number 6 when you're playing against a good side. So all of these things make me think Liverpool, there's Spurs will be able to get at Liverpool. If Liverpool play a high line, Son and Brennan Johnson running into that space like gazelles in the field. We owe Liverpool. We genuinely owe Liverpool. And something like Liverpool have conceded the least amount of XG. It's mad because my eyes reject some of this because every game I'm seeing Alisson pull off worldies.
Yeah, but what you're seeing, what everyone sees, yeah, and you're right, Jay. What you're saying is correct. It's factual.
Your defense is getting got at.
We get caught maybe 2 times in the whole game.
Yeah.
Right. And what it is, everyone thinks we can see chance after chance after chance after chance, but it's not reality. We do concede chances. There's no doubt about it. We might concede 2 or 3 chances at the beginning of the game, but if you watch the whole 90 minutes, that's it.
Yeah.
Because Liverpool then take over with their power.
Yeah, that's what.
The problem is teams, and this, I'm starting to think it's on purpose a little bit. I really am, because this has happened too long for Liverpool now. This ain't just this season. This used to happen when we won the Premier League that year. We went behind a lot that season in games, and gave up chances, but still won games because of our power and our finishing. And what it is, I think teams now know if they don't put the ball in the back of the net against us when they got their opportunities, Liverpool go and score. So that means you have to be super clinical when you get your chances.
Yeah.
And when they're not super clinical and they miss,
Yeah.
Liverpool then go, right, okay, if you're not going to score, we'll just go and score 3 like we always do.
Goes of it.
No, it's all go on.
I was just going to say, my logic is, if you give us that 20 to 30 minutes, that you gave Wolves, that you gave Newcastle, that you gave...
you're better up front.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You'll be 2-0 down. Like, as in, like, that's the way I see it. And I feel like Liverpool are going to give us that 20, 30 minutes across the course of the game. I just have a feeling they're going to give us that. Because in terms of how we play as well versus how Liverpool play, it'll be very interesting to see how we turn over the ball to you. Like how good are Liverpool going to be in transition? How much are we going to turn the ball over to Liverpool? Like how good is our midfield going to be against your press? There's a lot of things that I'm thinking. We weren't great against Arsenal's press first 30 minutes, but Arsenal, in my opinion, have a better press than Liverpool in 2023. So I don't know. Like I'm trying to think whether. Like, I'm trying to remember the Newcastle game before you had a man sent off. I know it's early, but do you know what I mean? It's one of those where I think I have to back us to win the game. We could draw, but we definitely don't lose. Like, I just can't fathom a loss in this game. As in, like,
the thing is, I know you're talking about your boys, and rightly so, you should be bigging up Johnson and all that. But if you play this high line with the form Mo Salah's in at the moment, the form Luis Diaz is in, people might laugh. Darwin Núñez is in form and he's a handful.
Yeah.
What Darwin Núñez will do, he's going to stretch the opposition with his running, and he's lightning. And it's all in transition. You're right, Jay. That's where the match might be won or drawn. That's where it might be.
We can see the guys then, Jamie, after this.
It might be who wins the midfield battle. Personally, who wins the game.
It's a tight game, man.
Just before we go any further into this prediction, shout out to everyone. We got 106 of you guys in the chat right now. Do me a favor, hit that like button. And if you guys don't already know who everybody here is, of course, we got Jay rep in Tottenham. We got Jamie in the building. We got Omar in the house. And we got my guy. And we got my guy Ches in the building. So Omar, you go next. Talk to me. No love lost between you and Liverpool. You probably are going to be rooting for Tottenham on the day. But what do you think is going to go into this game?
Honestly, bro, it's gonna be a good game. Both sides have been playing very entertaining football, and everyone in here cannot deny that. Especially you saying Mo Salah's the best. I think he's the best right winger in the world. People want to see it how they see it. I could be a little biased, but then you got the best. Right now, to me, one of the best 10s in the league, which is James Maddison. So he's been creating. You see what he did to Arsenal by himself. So you also, Jamie, you mentioned that you're not worried about other people as well on that team, but you got to speak about those two CDMs or that pivot that play behind him, and that's even
Basuma's class.
Yeah, Basuma and Milan, Papa Sarr.
Yeah.
The improvement has been, second to none compared to last season. You get what I'm saying? I personally think Tottenham might edge this one though, because I feel like you guys have been playing with a lot of fire. The Europa League performance, the EPL Cup performance, granted, but I think, Spurs made it out the EPL Cup off the first round, but still the performances have been more convincing and they played harder teams. If you see what I mean, they played Arsenal, they played us. Granted, I don't want to say that we're hard because when they played us, it was pretty embarrassing, but they had a harder run compared to what you guys have faced so far. So I think they're going to really tempt them, and they're going to, as long as they just lock up Salah to be example, you know what I'm saying, I think, and let Maddison do his thing. And if both CDMs come up to par, I think it could definitely be maybe a 2-1 win, or maybe even a high scoring game. It probably could go up to 3-2 personally.
Wait, so you think the CDM battle is what we got to look at? I was thinking.
No, I think if you keep those, because let's be honest, that Spurs midfield is way better than that Pool midfield. I don't want to hear the McAllister talk, all this. I think the Spurs midfield is way better. Now,
the Spurs midfield has been performing better, and I think it is better. You're right.
Yeah.
But Jamie, do you disagree?
I don't know. It's hard. I think
it's close. I think it's close.
I like.
I think Spurs is the third best midfielder.
I think Maddison's great. I've always rated Maddison.
I
remember a few years ago when we used to have that Maddison Grealish talk about England sport. Do you remember? Was it Maddison? Yeah. I've always said it. Maddison's a far better footballer than Jack Grealish. No, he's a dead player. No,
let me ask you a question. Who do you think is going to be the better signing long term, Maddison or Szoboszlai? I know they're slightly different players.
Different players, ain't they? Szoboszlai's box to box, and Maddison's that number 10. I don't know. Szoboszlai's a little younger. He's a couple of years younger, ain't he?
You're gonna have to go with Maddison though, because that price tag was crazy. Picking that up for 45 mil, I think it was. How you pick that up for 45 mil? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think
so this is the question I put out: Liverpool's Dominic Szoboszlai or Tottenham's Maddison? Who will be the better signing?
You have to go.
I think Szoboszlai will be, because Liverpool will win more than.
I don't. There's no way Szoboszlai can never be the better signing, because Maddison cost £40 million.
That's what I'm saying. It's you.
Yeah, but what Szoboszlai got a better ceiling. Szoboszlai got a higher ceiling than Maddison.
Has he?
He's 2 years younger.
Yeah, but is Szoboszlai going to be like what's the like? Because obviously Maddison's more creative than him. Yeah, Maddison's a better.
Yeah, but that's his job. He's meant to be a creative midfielder.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is when you say Szoboszlai, what's Szoboszlai's ceiling to you?
His ceiling to me to be one of the best number 8s in world football, I think.
Best number 8 in world football, yeah. Okay, yeah.
He could easily be that. The trajectory he's on right now at Liverpool, you can tell he's tremendous. He's box to box. Maddison is a creative number 10. That's his job.
Well, he's a creative 8/10 because he plays deep.
Szoboszlai is defending in fullback spaces. Then he's up the other end creating or scoring.
I've got no doubt. I've got no doubt he's a very good player. Probably going to be world class. I was just wondering what your ceiling for him was.
So Jay, you're going with your guy. Jamie's going with his guy. Omar, you're going with Maddison.
Listen. I think the ceiling, I think he does have a highest, but I'm gonna stick with Jamie Maddison for 40 mil. I'm gonna have to go with that, bro.
But also, can you also?
I'm going with Maddison also.
It's
But
only
can you also factor in the fact ceiling works in both ways. Works for Maddison too. Being the main man at a top 6 club, which he wasn't before, yeah, will that allow him to untap playing ability and potential that we've not seen as much him exhibit so far in his career, even though he's already played well in his career? Do you see what I mean?
I think
Let's hear from Ches. Let's hear from Ches. He's the tiebreaker. Go ahead, Ches.
Yeah, the way I see it is I look at trophies. I look at who's contributing towards their team and who's winning the trophies with it. And that's how I quantify who the better player is overall. What team do I see winning and being successful right now is definitely Liverpool. They got a better strategy from last season. They got the experience. They got the world-class players or player, you could argue. So Maddison is a baller and doesn't mean I'm knocking him. But Szoboszlai, the way he's playing, the way Liverpool playing, it's not inconceivable for them to win a Europa League or FA Cup. Whereas Tottenham is still...
So if Harry Kane was still on Tottenham.
So who was the better signing, Riyad Mahrez or Mo Salah?
Mo Salah.
Yeah, because that's what it is.
But Mo Salah has less trophies.
I can back that up though, because when Mo Salah is exceptional at what he does, that's the exception that breaks the rule. Whereas Riyad Mahrez has never been what Salah's been putting out numbers wise.
So you basically you're creating an anomaly for Salah, so your narrative can run for everything else.
No, but is Salah not?
Okay, let me give you an example. How about this? Eden Hazard at Chelsea, killed it, right? He won you trophies. He did a lot of things for you guys, right? There's also another player that you guys have had in that position that did not win you guys as much trophies. He won you guys more trophies actually. He's a club legend also. But guess what? He did it for a longer time period. Which one would you compare him to? Eden Hazard. If you could compare him to somebody with the same analogy.
That's tough, man.
Could you compare him to? I don't know. I don't know. Who could you compare Eden Hazard to?
I'm trying to think who's been that.
Let's do the Mo Salah Eden Hazard comparison because I love that comparison.
Let's be real. As a Chelsea fan, I could easily say Mo Salah has achieved more. He's put out more numbers. He's helped his team win the Champions League, which Eden Hazard didn't do. So I can happily say Mo Salah is better than Eden Hazard. But what I won't say is when people neglect Hazard as if he was just some overweight bum. He's been eating burgers for 20 years.
No, nobody's doing that. We're adults in the room. But based on what you said, Eden Hazard might have won trophies. Mo Salah also won trophies. In that situation, you're going with the person who has the better numbers. So even though you're a Chelsea fan, you're going with Mo Salah.
Yeah, I could be
but Leicester Mahrez was very close to peak.
So based on your logic, Maddison would actually have more statistics than Szoboszlai.
Maddison won an FA Cup.
No, they're saying better signing from now. No, you're not talking about overall player.
Yeah, but listen, so far in the league, Maddison has 2 goals, 4 assists.
Honestly, we're doing some crazy mental gymnastics. Let's get back to the conversation.
Szoboszlai was great at Leipzig last season.
Yeah, listen, Szoboszlai's a great player.
And so was Maddison great at Leicester, bro.
McAllister's a very good player that's going under the radar. Who's had a tricky start. Gravenberch, you bought good players, man.
Yeah, Gravenberch's a baller. He's going to be.
I think we have to look at the two Liverpool. When you guys play Saturday, right?
Saturday, 5:30 UK
Saturday,
time.
5:30. Please tell me they don't have your game at the same time as another game.
Say yeah.
They don't have your game at the same time as another game, do they?
No. All eyes on Tottenham. You know, everyone, no one rates us, no one cares about us, but we seem to always be on television, every single game. Almost like people know that we're money.
You know what sucks? Because after our game is done, I'm gonna have to do my match reaction. I don't want to do the same time as your game.
Don't worry. We know that you're still a little bit annoyed about you not wiping the floor with us last week. It's okay. It's fine.
No, but you know what?
What's this strawman argument I hear you doing?
That was a good 2-2.
No, Igal, you told us you were gonna wipe us.
No, you know what? That was
going to be the easiest game. That's why Spurs fans are coming for you, because you said it was going to be easy, light work. Chip versus Bugsy, light work. That's what you said.
Guess what? That was the best 2-2 victory I've ever seen.
Oh, okay. It's like that, yeah.
Great.
You know as well as I do.
You want to know how shameless your fans are? This is how shameless they are, guys. Have you guys seen this?
No.
Where is it? Have you guys seen this? They're acting like they killed us.
Okay. So all I'm gonna say is that like
Company
what you're doing,
in there.
what you're doing,
They really shameless if they put
what you're doing is you're picking a random.
Well, hold on. Why is company in there though?
No,
They
legit,
beat,
why
they
company
beat Burnley
there?
5-2.
Burnley, smash Burnley up.
Have some shame,
It's
man.
not a
Have some
celebration.
shame.
Listen.
It's
At the end of
Burnley.
the day, what you've done is you've taken one random fan and you're blowing it up to create a narrative. Now, let me push back on the narrative. You thought that you were a better side than you are, and you thought that we were a worse side than we are. And the culmination of that led you to make rash predictions as to what was going to happen in that game. Now, consequently, you disingenuously apologize for your predictions, only to double down a couple of days later and be like, what a 2-2 win that was. When in reality, Igal, nobody thinks Arsenal aren't a very good side. We just didn't want to be disrespected by you saying that you were going to wipe the floor with us, which you did not, and you were fortunate to get a point. So take your point, smile, and let's all move on.
And you want to know something? You guys take your point, have a double-decker bus parade, and then come back to reality against Liverpool when you guys lose.
Yeah. You know as well as I do. If you draw in the Northern Derby as the home team,
my video,
that's a defeat, bro.
1 second. My video was not to the draw. My video was more to the performance of your players and giving credit to who deserved credit. The credit goes to your manager. The credit goes to Son. The credit goes to Madison. The three people who stepped up and backed their words where my team didn't. So I said that. But at the same time, when I see people saying, "Oh, look at Son push Richarlison to the crowd," what are we talking about now?
Well, what's wrong, bro? Listen, I've seen you guys celebrate draws with Southampton, bro. Don't be the celebration police. You're better than that.
I'm not being the celebration police. I'm just saying it's a little much.
You're better than that, you got let's be honest here. Arsenal, whether you like it
bro,
or not.
You see it. It might not be you, but guess what? We're held accountable for what other people say sometimes.
Right. Okay. So listen. At the end of the day, right? You didn't get the win. Yeah. You got a draw. We're on the same points. It's cool, man. It's all good, man. There's nothing to stress about, man.
Sean after the game came onto a stream and said to me straight up, "You're an average side. Tottenham came to your ground, wiped the floor with you." I'm like, bro, it was a 2-2 draw. What are they talking about?
Hey, listen, some fans were excitable a little bit.
You also have rival fans coming on like Hamza and Staffy doing monologues about how Tottenham are superior to Arsenal now and Arsenal's an average team. So based on some of these things that I'm hearing, I'm just like, yo, we gotta chill.
Fair enough, man.
Going into this Tottenham game, I'm just gonna say this right now, and I'm gonna say it clear. 1 second, let me make the screen bigger. I want Liverpool to absolutely wipe the floor with Tottenham.
Okay.
Not only because they drew against us, but because their heads are getting too big. So I'm not going to say something ridiculous and say 3-0 like the thumbnail is. But what I'm going to say is I'm going to say Liverpool are going to come to your ground. They're going to concede, but they're going to beat you guys 3-1.
You don't want Liverpool to win this game because it went from Arsenal and City are on the same page to all of a sudden Liverpool now in the title race. You don't want Liverpool in the title race.
That's what I'm saying. He doesn't know what he wants. I
don't know what you say. One sec, Jay. I don't know what you're gonna tell me about some waffle. But we challenged last year. In my opinion, Liverpool are a better team than you right now. In my opinion, Tottenham are a better team than you right now. You've had your process for 4 years. What's there to show for it? Nothing. So I don't want to hear nothing about you want Liverpool to win. If Liverpool win, they can go on and compete with City. Can you do the same thing?
Listen, in actual reality, what I want and what's
going to happen.
Let me be honest. Let me be honest. What's actually going to probably end up happening is going to be a draw. But if I could pick one thing, I would love for them to absolutely destroy them. Big up Staffy in the building. Guys, don't forget to go check out Omar's channel. Links in the description right there. I'm going to make sure I put Jamie's channel in the description also. But anyways, my genuine prediction, guys, is going to be a draw. But if I could pick a winner, obviously I'd want Liverpool to win. I don't want Tottenham to win, get their heads even bigger. Then they're going to say, oh, we're undefeated. We're second in the league. We're doing this. We're doing that. I'm like, it's going to be mad.
Yo, can I give my prediction quick? I think.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's go to Omar. Omar, did you predict you said...
I said it's going to be a high score, either 2-1 or 3-2.
Yeah, cool. I think Liverpool could win this game purely because I feel like they need to right their wrongs of last season, and I feel like the momentum that's carrying on from last season will continue, and I feel like they've got enough tools to combat what Tottenham will bring at them, and I think Tottenham will give them a run for their money. But I wouldn't be surprised if, for example, Liverpool edged it like they did against Newcastle, where it was scrappy, where they managed to get a last-minute winner or something clutch like a penalty or something. So, but I do think I want to give Tottenham their flowers, Jake. I know I'm a Chelsea fan. The hatred aside, you men are playing very well, and you showed Arsenal in 6 games what process can look like in the future and what it should look like. So fair play to you for getting a draw at the Emirates. But Liverpool, I think, and my Liverpool fan here is going to be gassed, I think Liverpool, I didn't believe they can challenge. If they win this game, for me, they're definitely up there.
Yeah, but your analysis is bang on. But everything you just said about them, you could flip it and say it that we need the win.
Nah.
Like we need to right the wrongs of Liverpool constantly not us not being able to beat Liverpool. Has everyone forgot the 4-3 defeat that we had when we were 2-0 down and we brought it back to 3-3 and then we lost it with the last kick? Like half of that dressing room has not forgotten that game. Do you know what I mean? As in, I'm just saying, like, we need to beat Liverpool. Like, it's important for our progress, for us to see where we're at, like, for us to show that we're a team that's capable. Same way that Arsenal beat Liverpool last season. You know, when Liverpool came to the stadium and Arsenal beat them 3-1, was it? Yeah. Arsenal had to show in that game that they were capable of being a team of the level of Liverpool, being better than Liverpool, finishing above them. Now, I'm not saying we're going to finish above Liverpool or nothing, but we need to show in this game. And every time so far this season, Spurs have had to show. First game, Brentford away, tough first game, yeah? Spurs have played 5 out of the 7 games so far, including the Fulham Cup game, away from home. For a new manager, putting a new style of play in, and having to play 5 out of your 7 games away and still being where Spurs are, that's huge. Yeah. Against United, the team stepped up and got the result. Against Arsenal away, the team stepped up and got the result. There's no reason for me to believe that the team doesn't step up in this game.
Back your team, Jay, but let's flip it then. If you man win, I don't know where you predicted your team to finish, but do you think that you could win an FA Cup, for example, or you could solidify like a third?
We need to, like, if we've got, like I said, we have to win the next. If we win the next 4 games, I'd say we could finish like 3rd or 4th. Like, but we have to win the next 4 games in a row. Like,
the problem with Spurs is their squad. Spurs have got a very, very good first 11, but they've got no bench.
But we're only playing once a week until January.
Yeah, but you know,
look at Chelsea. They only play once a week also.
What's that good to do with anything? What's that good to do?
No, I'm saying injuries can happen to anybody.
Yeah, you know, I'm listening. Yeah. I'm trying to say that we've got injuries too. Like Perisic did an ACL. Lo Celso's been injured. Brian Gill's coming back. There's players that people
don't act like Lo Celso's a different.
No, but my point is there's players. No, but my point is there's players that you guys will be like, but you need to see these players under Ange. Do you know what I mean? You can't write these players off for how they played under Conte, because because according to that, Bazuma should have been sold in the summer. If we're going,
Conte's an idiot though. What was he doing?
So all I'm saying is that, like, for me, like, I don't know. I'm not as scared as Liverpool as some other people are. I just see material weaknesses in their play. I can clearly see issues with how Liverpool set up, and they give the opposition chances. Wow. But they've got sharpshooters. And even if it's not going well, they can bring on Bagsman off the bench. So, me personally, I'm going 3-2 Tottenham. But I think we could do 3-1 if Liverpool start slow or, you know, don't turn up for a period of time. But I'm going to go 3-2. I think Liverpool have got a couple of goals in them, but I think we're going to beat them.
By the way, I want Liverpool to win 3-1, but realistically, I expect it to be a 2-2 draw. Jamie, what are you saying? What's your prediction?
I personally think Liverpool go win this from their bench. I look at our bench. We've got more depth on that bench, midfield and that front, and I just feel like that will win us the game. I don't think we're going to concede either.
What?
I think it's going to be a comfortable 3-0. I don't even think this is going to be hard work.
Oh my days!
I love it.
And the reason I say that, when I watch the North London derby as a neutral, because that's an entertaining game, I always watch it. Yeah, sitting there as a neutral watching it. If Arsenal were clinical, they'd have been 4-0 up in 20 minutes.
100%.
Right, and Arsenal just weren't clinical in that game at all. And the problem is, if Spurs play like they did against Arsenal, like they go to do against us, we score because we're clinical. And that's the difference.
And that's the bottom line.
That's the fine margins, I think.
Yeah, bro.
At the moment.
There's no way. Listen, what chances? Like Arsenal had the Jesus chance at the back post.
Salah scores that though.
And the Jesus chance at the back post. That's an amazing save.
What about the Eddie Nketiah?
The Nketiah shot, good save by the keeper.
He could have squared it also.
What about the Raya saves? Raya made 2 saves.
Raya made 1 save.
No, but Jay, the problem is, Jay, the problem is you're comparing like Arsenal's attack to Liverpool's. Liverpool's attack is superior to Arsenal's. Yes, they've got no Salah.
They've got better finisher. No, listen, like obviously Saka, Jesus, like as in I
wouldn't say Saka's a clinical striker.
I'm not saying he's clinical. I didn't say he was clinical. I'm just like you said better. You didn't.
Yeah. So my point is My point is that if you give the chances that Jesus missed and that Nketiah missed, 2 Salah, 2 Diaz, 2 Jota off the bench, they probably score. Yeah,
but the way Arsenal created those chances from their press. Yeah. I'm not sure Liverpool will be able to create those same chances.
From what I've seen Saka doing to Udogie in the first couple of minutes, Mo Salah might have him.
Why don't you talk about what did Saka do in the second half against Udogie? Absolutely square root of fuck all.
Yeah, but
Mo Salah's a different animal.
Listen, I've seen Sessegnon clamp Salah. I'm not sure. I think Salah's amazing, but like
depends on the day. Yeah, because last year I had him on.
This is a big test for him.
Did he just say Sessegnon?
Sessegnon clamped Salah last season. Last season in the 1-1 when we drew with you 1-1 and cost you the Premier League. Well, not last season, the season before when we drew with you 1-1 and cost you the Premier League title with 2 games to go.
Oh, but that game they had a kid in the midfield, bro.
What are you talking about, bro? No, they didn't. That's the game.
That's the game at your house, right?
No, it wasn't. The game we drew with them away 1-1, and Diaz scored a deflected late strike to equalize, but Son scored and we went 1-0 up. So
what about Diaz versus Pedro Porro? Diaz versus Pedro Porro.
Porro's been good. Porro's been good this season.
Bro, we didn't even attack Porro because we didn't have Martinelli or Trossard. Porro had a really good game, but really and truly, Porro's a deadbeat. He's terrible, bro.
Okay, listen. All I'm trying to say is right. I'm listening. Like, what do you mean? Like, as in, I'm listening to this, right? And to me, I'm giving Liverpool respect. Yeah, I'm hearing that people are going to come to our stadium. Ange hasn't lost a home league game in 50 games. 50 games, yeah? 50 games. You want us to disgrace our new manager at our stadium to 0 to Liverpool? I'm sorry, that can't run. That just can't run. People are like, it's going to be a long night for Spurs. Okay.
You know what, guys? We're going to have to leave it there. We're going to have to go to the next topic. But Jamie really dropped the bomb on that one. Some people saying 2-1 Liverpool. Someone said it won't be 3-0. Someone else said this Tottenham fan is the most elitist fan I've seen.
Oh, listen. We'll see. Listen, the thing is that
YouTube channel. He wants to subscribe to your YouTube channel.
Yeah, no, it says I'm saying, listen, I get the delusion comment, but the thing is that this is a game where you've got multiple people who've given different opinions, on what they think is going to happen in this game. It's a hard game to call. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not precious about people's opinion on this game. Just as long as you have a rational logic as to how you come to your result, I'm in. Like, do you know what I mean? It's all about opinions, man.
All right. So just to be rational and quick to get on with this, guys. Manchester City is going to play Wolves, and we're going to do a quick little prediction here. By the way, they're projecting that Nunes, Phillips, and Julian Alvarez will be the midfield for City against Wolves. Do you think they're going to have the same situation? Because they just lost to Newcastle in the League Cup, and Phillips looked horrible.
City need a humbling. City need a humbling.
Do you think they're going to lose?
I want to say this before I go. City have had the easiest fixture list out of the top 6 by a complete mile. Yeah, even their European fixtures are piss easy. City need a humbling. I don't think City are as good as everyone's making them out to be. I think they've had the easiest start to the Premier League as a champions that I've ever seen in my life. And when they play Arsenal, I predict Arsenal to beat them. And
What about Wolves?
Wolves? No, another easy game for City. You know, Wolves are dead. Yeah, let's see. City can do that in their sleep. That ain't a problem for them.
Okay, guys, everyone, give me your predictions. Wolves, City just wiped the floor with them.
Who's at home?
Wolves. Remember, no Rodri.
You know what? Yeah, like I remember when I predicted the Liverpool Wolves game. I said Liverpool would have a tough game against Wolves, and Wolves gave them a tough game. There's something about Wolves.
For 5 minutes.
Yeah, for 45 minutes. but like there's something about Wolves. But nah, City. I don't like Phillips. I just don't think he fits this City team. But yeah, probably City. What 3-1, 3-1 City. That works.
All right, everyone's going City win.
6-0.
Everyone's going City win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. The next game is actually.
I've got to run, my man.
No worries,
Jamie,
bro. Big up Jamie.
I will
Jamie's
find you after Saturday. I will find you.
I'll bring you on my channel.
Beautiful. I look forward to it.
Jamie's got to go. His link to his channel is in the
my brother.
description. Big up to you, Jamie. I
See you later,
appreciate you
beautiful
jumping
people.
on.
I'll see you later on. Thank you very much.
Anyway.
For the love for coming on. Now, guys, we got to talk about certain Chelsea. We got to talk about a certain Chelsea. And my guy Ches came on because he has a lot to talk about. And Omar, this is I need to know what you think about Chelsea also. So let's get first. I'm gonna go to away. I'm gonna go to the rivals, guys. Chelsea have one of the worst runs they've had in a long time to start a season, and it couldn't be worse than last season, but it actually is because these guys are not scoring enough goals. They're conceding goals left, right, and center, and they're facing a Fulham team that, let's be honest, Fulham look like they're really good this season. They're 11th in the league. They were good last season also. They're not really blowing teams away. They have 2 draws, 2 wins, and 2 losses. But in comparison to Chelsea, they have 3 more points than Chelsea. They're starting off the season having a better start than Chelsea. And this is not saying much. I don't know what Chelsea's gonna do with their goal situation. You know, I don't even know what Chelsea's lineup is gonna look like. Pochettino seems to be doing a lot of things, and a lot of people are already putting pressure on Pochettino. So before we go to Ches, Omar, what are you saying? What do you think about this game? Fulham at home versus Chelsea.
I think Chelsea could nick it. I really think so. They needed that Brighton win, even though it was Brighton B. They needed that W, right? They needed that W to put the battery behind their back. So we could all agree that was technically a big win for them. That's something crazy to speak about. But Fulham, I think Fulham won yesterday too, right?
Yeah.
Fulham won yesterday too. Yeah. So playing, of course, Marco Silva, that man's a genius. I got to give him credit. He's really underrated. But Pochettino also, I feel like he's starting to get his groove. You know, when you start with a club and the club is clueless, and then you got to go build identity. And once you get in, on top of that, everybody's getting injured. Everybody's whatever. So he's literally having the worst luck of luck. But I think Chelsea could pull another 1-0 win. That's what
the thing is, though. Chelsea have a problem. If they concede first, teams are really good at being compact and shutting them out. The problem with Chelsea is if Chelsea can score 1 goal, the other team is going to have to push on. Then Chelsea can be the more defensive team and they can shut up shop.
That's what I'm saying.
If Chelsea are down 1-0, I don't trust them to pick up points in a game ever because they don't score enough goals.
But they got to go in there and just grab those 1-0 wins, the shitty doggy ones. You know what I'm saying?
But guess what? Chelsea still have one of the best defenses this season in the league. Even though
even midfield, technically, if that midfield is healthy, you could expect a lot from that midfield as well. You get what I'm saying? Enzo, Lavia, Caicedo, Gallagher, that list goes on. So I hate when they be like, oh, we don't have players. Oh, we're this. Oh, we're that. Because at the end of the day, y'all still a solid team.
What's your score prediction, by the way? Because I'm going to go with you guys know I don't like Chelsea. I predicted these guys to win the last couple of weeks. I'm done doing that. I'm going Fulham 2-1.
2-1.
Okay. 2-1. What you might been saying so far? Because I'll hop off quick.
2-1.
Saying that
I watched the Chelsea. I watched like half of the. Oh, I watched the Chelsea Brighton game. Yeah, and first
Omar was
half.
giving you credit, by the way.
Oh my! Like one of the worst performances I've seen of any team this season. Chelsea's first half. It was just they were walking like no one looked bothered. Nobody was sprinting. Poch must have really got into them at half time because they came out looking much better. But Brighton should have been at least 2-0 up at half time. Some of the chances Brighton were missing were ridiculous. João Pedro missed a sitter. Ansu Fati, like, just horrible miss. But Chelsea, it was a big win for them. Chelsea don't impress me. Yeah, they statistically had the easiest start out of any team. They played the weakest teams. Do you know what I mean? So, and they've not done much. Do you know what I mean? So they need to pile points on. And personally, I think their heads go down very easily. I think it's a slightly different point of view. I think if Chelsea concede, their heads they just lose confidence because I think they then know how we're going to get 2 goals. It's almost like we're not going to score 2 goals. But, beating Brighton is not easy. It's a great result. They can use this as a springboard. I think they have to beat Fulham because they need the momentum. I'm going to say that. I'm going to say they win. It's going to be like, it's not going to be an easy win, but actually no, because Jackson's suspended, isn't he?
Yeah, he's out.
Oh, Nico Jackson is suspended?
Yes,
Yeah,
Jackson.
Borja got to step up.
And Chilwell's just done his hamstring, hasn't he?
Chilwell's out and Jackson's out. They're the only 2 that have changed.
And Gusto's suspended.
Gusto's suspended for another 2
and
games.
Reece James is still injured.
Yeah.
These guys are effed. Literally. They don't have nobody.
Let's okay, I'm gonna go with a draw then because that's a lot of players missing for
You
Chelsea.
know what the Chelsea lineup is supposed to be? It's supposed to be Sanchez, Cucurella, what's it called? Axel Disasi, Silva, Cowell. The midfield is supposed to be Enzo, Gallagher, and Caicedo, and then the front 3 is supposed to be Mudryk, Broja, and Sterling. I don't see goals in this team, and I actually see a shaky defense with Cucurella at right back.
Our defense isn't shaky.
Cucurella is their right back.
Go. I'm going to push back very quickly. I'll let you man talk. As Omar, you spoken? I'll let everyone speak.
I think you'll win, but I thought.
I personally think y'all gonna win.
You think we're gonna win, right?
Yeah, so, I said y'all gonna win, and I said it's just unlucky right now what Pochettino was facing with the injuries and all the nonsense. You get me? You
guys see that team? That team don't look like they're a team that can do anything at this moment.
No, that's a solid team. Stop it, bro. It's a solid team.
That's not a bad team.
Bro, yeah. Look at Caicedo better than Reed.
Yeah.
I'll take obviously Paulinho over Gallagher.
Yeah.
Fernandez is better than Andres. Sterling is better than Willian. Modric is definitely better than Wilson. Jimenez probably got on a better day than Borja. Yeah. The back 4, I ain't even talking about the back 4, but bro, you said you've been done since West Ham, bro. We not, bro. You gotta hold Chelsea accountable for this lineup, but they can still fumble the bag though. They get the bag.
This is the thing, yeah.
Saka for the Ballon d'Or. We're gonna have to talk about that later.
Oh, cut that out. That's a.
What they say? Tony what?
Ivan Toney doesn't bring no negativity. I don't think.
Yeah, that's cap. Here's the thing, yeah. If you actually watch Chelsea, you understand that this is mostly on Pochettino why we haven't won these games, because he's playing man in the wrong positions. He's playing Conor Gallagher in a 6. He's playing Enzo in a 10. He played Chilwell at left wing. Who here will play Chilwell left wing? And any of us managers? No. Yes. And he swapped it out because he thought it didn't work. And Mudryk has played twice in left wing and be one of our better players.
Yeah.
Another thing is we've created the most big chances of Man City in the league. We've also conceded the 3rd lowest goals in the league. So our chance creation and goals conceded isn't an issue. It's just a conversion. And as you man would know, we haven't got a number 9. So you can play Bowley and go, why didn't you man buy number 9? But they did. They brought in Cuckoo, who got injured.
And Cuckoo's not a 9. He's a
he might play 9 in this system, though. Do you know what I mean?
He could definitely slot into Jackson's position and drop in and help the wingers and even drop in on the wing, whatever. So,
okay.
for man them saying, I hear what they're saying, that we're we're doomed and like, it's not looking good. At the same time, if Pochettino plays Palmer, for example, this game in the 10, drops Gallagher to the bench, for example, brings in a Cucurella at left back, and puts everyone in the right positions, I guarantee you'll see more wins.
He needs to just be brave. Like,
He needs to be
you're
brave,
absolutely
man.
right. He needs to be brave.
Are
He needs
you
to
are you
be scared of
close
losing
to
the game?
We're not
Nathan
playing
Hodge?
badly where it's like, oh, Chelsea, they've won one game. If you man watched our games, in Liverpool, for example, the biggie games, West Ham, we should have probably won those games. If we had a Tony or Nkuku or a Oshiman, for example, like a striker, like a Son, someone like that, we probably would have won these games. That's the difference between us and, I dare say, even City. That's the only difference.
Let
Is
me
that
ask
we
you a
can't
question.
convert our chances. So
Let me ask you a question.
the agenda of
Bro,
one second.
You're not close to City, by the way.
I never said that.
No, but there's
Listen.
a lot different between you and City.
No, the point I'm trying to make is we've conceded less goals than Spurs, who were touted this great team this season. Fair enough. The difference in us and Spurs are they actually take their chances, like against Burnley, for example, against Sheffield.
Yeah, they're clinical.
They were able to come back and win the game. We couldn't come back against Aston Villa, even though we created like 3-4 chances to win the game, even with 10 men. That's the difference. So Chelsea's problems is still the striking issue. And yes, you can blame Bowley, but he did buy Nkuku, for example. He did buy Jackson, even though Jackson's young. He trusted in these men to score goals. And if they don't convert, you look at the manager. Why is he playing man in the wrong position and expecting the same different results with the same situation he's putting out? It doesn't make sense. So until things change, we're not going to beat Fulham. If he plays Conor Gallagher in a 6, we'll
Man
win.
said almost Clay Thompson.
Bro, you know how many channels I'm getting on, and everybody's calling me Klay Thompson.
Man, like
Bro, I
Clay.
get Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, bro, J. Cole.
Man like Clay.
Bro, what's going
Clay,
on?
you know.
J. Cole. Bro,
I
you don't
get
got
the most
dreads.
randomest shout. But Klay Thompson has been the most consistent one. Blake Griffin.
I swear
I
they
guess it's
called
'cause I'm light to a colored
they
eye,
called
right?
Trez Chris Brown once. Anyways.
Oh, nah,
Chris
Chris
Brown.
Brown was reaching. Let's look better. I got you, Ches.
They called Jay Titi.
Yeah, I had that for time. I'm just a black guy with a high top.
I can see on
it's like, oh, Jay laughs a lot. Mika Richard, it's whatever. It depends on how high my hair's.
Well, you know
hair's
what's funny?
working
I
at
really,
the
and
time.
mind you, I
Anyways,
don't
guys,
see
let's let Ches finish. Yo,
Yeah,
Ches,
sorry,
okay,
Ches.
anyway, my bad.
Nah, that's close.
celebrities look alike.
Yeah, man. Shout out Clay. But yeah, all it is, is that it's as simple as that, really. It's just Pochettino, like Jay's saying, be braver. You didn't do this before. Why all of a sudden are you coming here and changing up? Just be brave. Even what we're trying to say is, put the players in the right position. We're gonna lose games, but at least if we can see good play, they're progressing as a team. They'll learn from the experience, and then we can push on throughout the season. James comes back in, Nkuku comes in, Lavia comes in, and then they add the gems to the piece of the puzzle, right? But what he's doing, he's trying to like be defensive and keep his arse in check and not really do much and keep it simple, and it's not working. So I'm just saying, fuck it, play the young players and just see how it goes.
Yeah, no, it makes
That's it.
sense.
Right? Yeah. Okay. And what's your prediction then? Is he gonna do what you think he's gonna do, or is he gonna continue doing what he's been doing?
Jay said he watched the game. You saw Cole Palmer.
Yeah, Cole Palmer was good. My only concern is that because Gallagher is almost captain at the moment.
Fair.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, so if you don't play Gallagher and Chilwell's not playing and Reece James isn't playing, then I'm sure Thiago can take the armband, but he doesn't want the armband, it seems, this season. So that would mean Enzo probably would have to be captain. And I don't even think Enzo speaks English. So if you've got stuff going down with the referee, then what's going to happen there? So but it's funny because I was going to criticize Poch for picking Reece James and Chilwell as the captains. But then I looked at the Chelsea squad and I looked through the squad and I was like, there's literally nobody else in this squad that can take the armband. Like they were literally the two best choices to take the armband. So I think
Raheem, you shouted Raheem?
No, he's not a leader.
I don't think Raheem's a great captain type person. I think he's the sort of person that can get in his feelings a little bit. and that's not necessarily the person you want.
Enzo's the captain.
Enzo has
No. I'm saying they don't have any. I was like, where's the captain material here? They have none.
It's like with the playing the young players. You've got to play these man to see who can step up. And Enzo, from what we saw last season when we were rubbish, he was the only player who like stood out and was actually showing passion and doing his job correctly. Yeah, so he probably deserves it.
You can't. You see, this is where Chelsea fumbles the bag, and this is why nobody gonna take y'all serious, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna come in and just throw this boy that kept it on, man? No, bro.
The context. Yeah, is Reece James fit? Is Reece James and Chilwell fit? Yes or no?
No, they're not fit, right?
Exactly. So if they were fit, he wouldn't be captain. He's
only Thiago Silva. Thiago Silva has to be the captain. Is he fit?
No, but he shouldn't be the captain because he's literally leaving next year.
Yeah, but you cannot. Bro, I'd rather Thiago Silva.
Exactly,
that's a world-class defender.
Honestly, I get what you're saying, but it's a tough. It's like, because if Thiago won't take the armband, is Poch going to start Gallagher purely because he hasn't got a captain on the pitch?
100% he will. That's the problem.
My next shout was Conor Gallagher. He deserved it. Academy player, baller.
Oh, I liked you, and then you had to say that. I actually liked you as well, bro.
Bro, it's facts.
What do you mean? No. I'm going to go on a rant. Sorry, girl. What's he done to be saying he's been good? Please explain.
Guess what? Bro, let me tell you something. It's not what he's done. It's this word experience and like people who've been at the club. This is literally the only reason why he's giving these guys the armband. And the real question you should be asking yourself, why does Thiago Silva not want to take it?
I don't think he doesn't want to take it. I think he sees himself as a vet, and I think he just wants to. He knows that he's leaving. So he
should be taking it.
He should, but I think it's fair for him not to take it though. Like, imagine you're the oldest, because imagine you've done
all these other guys are getting smoked, but the guy who should be the captain is not taking the initiative to be that guy.
I think that's harsh. The reason why
is it harsh?
I'll explain it briefly. If you're in a company for a long time, you've done your thing, you've got the experience, it's sometimes good to give someone else who you believe can be like you that opportunity to shine. That's why I think he's probably gone, even though I can take it, I'm the older statesman, I'd rather give it to a youngster who I think will go into it. That's where I think Poch sees it as well.
Bro, they're throwing Gallagher under the bus. They're throwing Chilwell under the bus. And Reece James is
always... What do you mean throwing Gallagher under the bus? What's he done for us?
It's Ches, right? It's Ches?
Yeah, Ches is it.
No, Ches. Who on Chelsea was good? Nobody, bro.
Nobody. Wait, what are you talking about?
Who on Chelsea comes out there and performs? Nobody. Look at us, United. We getting hate because we got Mason Mount, and everyone's like, "Well, Mason Mount."
Clay, how do we not perform well? No, let me get triggered. How do we not perform well if we conceded the same chances as you in games, the goals, and we've created more chances than you?
But
that's not because you guys aren't getting points.
But that it's about what that matters. Now stats matter. It's about who wins.
Stats matter, bro. I'm watching the game in my eyes. Our defense isn't getting torn apart, and Silva's not leading the back line, and we're getting slammed 3-4-0. Then you could say about why is he not being a leader? He's leading by example. He's made mistakes. I want him to be.
You guys know what you guys are doing. You guys are not doing the basics. You know, the basics are. Try to get the shots on target. Try to at least if you're in front of goal, try to get the shot on target so make the goalkeeper work.
And who do you trust more to do that, Gal? Do you trust Conor Gallagher to do that or Cole Palmer, natural 10?
Listen, I'm looking at Raheem Sterling. I'm looking at Jackson. I'm looking at Modric. I'm looking at these guys who are the actual attackers, and they are not doing their job. The midfield is doing their job. The defense, you could say at times, is doing their job. The goalkeeper is literally not doing nothing. He's a statue. He's useless. So your attack is useless. Your goalkeeper is useless. Everything in between is okay at times.
What's this guy talking about? Leslie was arguably our worst player. Who even spoke about Leslie?
I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
He's monologuing.
The defensive.
Long story short, what's your prediction, bro?
If he plays the lineup, I think he's going to play, which is what we saw against Villa.
Man said I've deeped it. People don't watch us, bro.
They don't watch us, bro. They don't.
I've watched 5 Chelsea games this season.
We've played better than Man United this season. The only difference is
the bar is the floor.
No. The point is, are people
Breezy, Breezy, come under the light. Come under the light, Breezy.
Wait.
Wait.
I've got smoke for you, bro. Let's go.
Bring it.
Yo,
Bring
come
it.
under the light. Come under the light.
Oh,
you,
G.
So, yo, first of all, who'd y'all face to say that y'all played better than us? We already faced two teams at the top 4, right? And they already claiming that we played Tottenham.
He's right.
Who'd y'all play? Y'all played
Now we're above you. We played Liverpool.
No, he's saying
that was the first game of the season. They was just trying to get.
What are you talking about? We played them, no?
Bro,
Yeah, but
they played tougher opponents. They played Brighton.
Everything's relative.
They played Arsenal. They played Tottenham.
And not for nothing, Arsenal game was fluke. I don't care what you tell me. That game was fluke. You have your own opinion.
We were better than you. Anyway.
And then the Spurs game, you have my boy number 8, Bruno Fernandes hitting Rabona on men. Right? You know what I'm saying? So like it's and if Romero, Romero Arsenal is a penalty. Romero Arsenal is a penalty, but Romero in the Spurs stadium it ain't penalty. But it is what it is.
So are you saying, wait, to answer the point, have you played better than us or not? You haven't answered the question.
I mean, we came back from a 3-2 loss. Y'all couldn't come back against West Ham. Y'all couldn't come back majority of the game. So, I mean, a 2-0 down. We beat Wolves, even though it wasn't a win.
But... I mean, like they did beat Forest, and you did lose to Forest at home.
And we was down 2-0. We was down 2-0.
Guys.
My point was, it's just a brief point. My point wasn't that they deserve to be lower than us because the bar's on the floor. Like, we're both bad. I think what I was trying to say was,
I just think y'all worse.
I would say, honestly speaking, Pochettino is messed up. I would still admit.
What, 2 cheeks of the same
If we had a Rashford, if we had a Bruno, that clinical when they needed to be.
Bro, you spent £1 billion. What do you mean if? You had the opportunity.
I have better players than.
Oh, is it my fault? We got like 15 injuries.
No, it's injury.
Guys, we're gonna have to move on the topic. But before we go any further, I've gone with a 2-1 Chelsea win. Chelsea lost. 2-1 Chelsea lost. Fulham's gonna win. What are you saying, Ches?
If we play Connor and that, I think we do. Like I said before, I think we'll draw. But if he plays Palmer and rewards him for what he saw last game, and Enzo and Caicedo in the pivot with the same back 4, I think we can win the game. So I'll say 2-0 Chelsea.
Done. And Jay, you already gave your prediction, right?
What did I go with? Narrow Chelsea win. I just don't think Fulham have any firepower. I just don't think I feel like sometimes I watch them and they could play like 90 minutes and just not score. So I'll give Chelsea the narrow win. Let's go 1-0 Chelsea.
1-0 Chelsea. And Omar, what'd you go with?
I said 1-0 Chelsea that's what they need to do. Even though they suck, they just got to get those 1-0 wins, 1-0 wins.
No, I agree with you.
They either win 1-0, lose 1-0. Win 1-0.
Yeah.
That's what you need to win.
That's what you got to do. Just keep that going.
You can't, by the way, you can't not win this game.
And now, moving on to the other team. Apparently, Jay, when you starting a channel, people want to know.
Eventually, soon, guys. Soon. I'm moonlighting at the moment, but soon, guys, soon.
Micah Richards.
Best believe Jay's channel is going to be strictly business, no banter. Strictly business. Let's get into you know what? There's 2 games left: the Arsenal game and the Manchester United game. We'll save the Arsenal game for last. Manchester United. You play. Who do you play again?
Palace at home.
Crystal Palace at home, right?
Easy food.
Go ahead. What are you saying?
Easy food. That's it.
My only thing is I'm hoping because
wait, your analysis of the game is you guys think it's going to be an easy win and you're going to just walk in, get the 3 points, and leave.
Oh, easy food. We ODing.
So what's your score prediction?
Bro, 2-0. We gonna take it easy with the 3. We're not.
Palace is gonna score your ground.
You said what?
Palace is gonna score.
No, they're not.
What? With what attackers?
Elise's not playing, right?
Eze's playing.
Eze, I fear the most.
Eze's playing. Mateta.
Who's next? Edouard? Bro, stop.
Eduardo
was doing well. Eduard's on 4 goals. Eduard has more goals than all your players in the league.
And Eze in the 10.
Oh, yeah, because who they face?
I don't know why you're mocking Eduard. Eduard has more goals than everybody in your team.
Not for long. Ain't for long. It's ball. You first couple games you might get lucky. You're not gonna get lucky again. It's done.
He has 4 goals, bro. Respect it,
bro. how much he's gonna get me? 5, 6 goals a season, 7 goals. That's Philip Billing stats. Philip Billing is a midfielder. That's Philip Billing stats. I'm not gonna stress that. Your job is to score goals. You're really not scoring.
How was your performance?
Bro, you gotta give him credit. He's scoring right now.
I kind of watched your man's game the other day against Palace. Your man played decent. How did
I know you saw your former Mason Mount. I know that hurt you. I know I hurt you.
Our Champions League winner?
Yeah, I know it hurt you.
Oh yeah, Champions League assist.
Well, yeah, I was dying to get rid of it. I know it hurt you. But go on.
It hurt him to see Mason Mount do well.
Oh, body them. He's like,
bro, we got 65 million for the bread. It's what it is, isn't it?
65 million.
Come on, bro. Light change, isn't it?
I don't think hit it yet, my brother.
Nah, but talk to me about Amrabat at left back. What's going on with that?
Look at that. That shows you. Yo. It was easy food. First game, easy food. Him at left back. You know, if he was having a rough patch, my man could. Like he said, put me in goalkeeper. He would have probably had more saves than Onana. It was. I am not. I'm telling you, that's it. You know, when last season we was getting cooked. You know what I'm saying? We was getting cooked, and all of a sudden, the form hit, and we was until we went to Emirates, the form hit. Right. That's it. That's the type of energy we on. Everybody's healthy. The rotation. Everybody on the bench is confident. So then you throw Garnacho and say it's 0-0 till the 70th. Throw Garnacho off the bench. He hot. He want to prove a point. Martial hot. Martial don't want to just be you know what I'm saying? You don't want to be, bro, it's a wrap. All I know is a wrap. We're going to come back here and we're going to be like, whoop, that's easy. We should even, I'm telling you guys, don't even cover this. It's not.
Talk to me about Harry Maguire, 100 passes. What's going on with that?
We could all say he balled last game. I ain't going to hold you. I was impressed.
It was decent.
He was decent last game. I wasn't mad. And why? Because you had the inverted left back of Amrabat covering that space for Casemiro. So Casemiro was able. I was able to see Casemiro do some Toni Kroos thing, some Modric thing. Like he came back from. I finally see a Madrid thing here and there because Amrabat was just flipped right in the slot. And mind you, he was on. That's a loan deal. That's a low need. You know what I mean? Other men is spending 100 million on midfielders. That's a low need.
Oh, slow down, buddy.
It might not.
I can't tell whether he was taking shots at Rice or Caicedo.
I'm saying another team in London is spending 100 mil, but that's a different story. But I'm gonna just move in silence. You know, top 5.
This is silence.
Bro, you have 8 points, man. Chill.
Listen. I like it. He's energized. He's ready. I'm saying Manchester United, they find a way to concede a goal, but they're gonna win a game. They're gonna win the game. Bruno Fernandes is gonna probably end up getting on the score sheet if he's available. Is he available though?
I think the thing is he wasn't hurt. Bruno was never hurt. He just needed rest. That's what it is. And that's when the rotation come in. And even you remember when everybody was coming at Ten Hag with the diamond? Oh, why he playing a diamond? We never played a diamond. This is a reason why they play the diamond. So you play Amrabat, Casemiro, Mason Mount, and Bruno, and Rome Free, my boys. High scoring up there. Rome Free, Hoyle, Rashi. Eat. Bro, I'm telling you, it's food, bro. Yeah,
okay.
You know what I mean?
So I'm going Man United win 2-1. What you guys saying?
Fish and chips. Yo, Breezy, what are you saying? What are you saying? I know you don't want to say it, but say it. It's all good.
No. Honestly, I think your man will win. Like, you got Amrabat back. I was going to ask you a question. Do you think your man were playing so poorly because he had all these injuries and didn't want to force to play system? And do you think that now he's got Amrabat back, Mount back, and I think there's someone else come back that your foot will be fluid again and it will actually get a style of play across? Or do you think it's growing pains?
No, it's not growing pains. I just think obviously it was you started off the season with a terrible form, with a terrible run of games. Back to back, not convincing. It really started when Kobe Mainoo got hurt after the Arsenal game. Ever since Dortmund, Madrid, those 2 preseason games were horrible. Barely beat Lens. And then now you starting the season just on a terrible note. So mentally the players are off it. But then right when you pick up, this is how you want to pick up games. The Burnley game, just go in there at Turf Moor, grab a win. Now Ten Hag has his team. All of a sudden, everything you have planned around these players has to shift, and you got to go back to Scott McTominay. Let's be honest. Bro, I see Scott McTominay when I was 23 years old on the pitch. Now I'm 30. I have a kid. Life has changed. Why is he still on the field? You get what I'm saying? So it's just like certain things you just have to deal with it, and no excuses. That's the point. Could he have been helpful? No, he wasn't helpful. But yo, now we got my boy Regulon. Appreciate yo Tottenham. Big up for that. Got slept on the kid. He looking good in that position.
You guys showing each other some love.
Hey, big up for that. So that's another lonely other man by Anga Samba. I don't know who these men, but it's all good. It's another lonely. Mind you, he's only what 25 or 24.
25, maybe 26 now. I think maybe he lost a year just doing.
Sure, gotta be weird,
bro. We're picking up loan players now. I love it.
That's what I'm saying.
That shows you the type of time I recruit.
Bro, this is not a bad deal. It's a win-win for you guys at the end of the day. It's a loan deal for a reason.
It's a win-win for all parties because the thing is, let me just quickly I love how you guys are going to defend your League Cup. This is big. I like it. I think the thing is that I always get at Spurs fans for revisionism. Now all of a sudden, you guys have Ericsson.
What's wrong with my Wi-Fi? You guys can't see me?
Yeah, John Cena. We can't. Yeah, see.
We see the voice is behind.
Even like Arsenal's title charge.
Right. Listen, I told you we never liked Igal anyway. Do you know what I mean?
So,
like, this is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, let's just take over his channel. Do you know what I mean? We'll give the people what they want. Less Igal. Oh,
better now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, brilliant.
Full Wi-Fi.
Listen, let's move on to the final game because I think the Big Six is on. So that's where everyone's going to go watch the Big Six now. But shout out to everyone who's still around, all the loyal ones around here. Big up to you guys.
Omar, you a WWE fan?
I don't know what you're talking about, brother. we that's a game system, bro. That's not
game system. I thought I was finding a kindred spirit.
No, we are, but we could talk about that off screen. We talk about that off screen.
You know what, guys?
I'll keep my Cody Rhodes.
I'm just gonna ask you guys, what's your prediction for the score? What's your score prediction for the Arsenal game against Bournemouth? Away at Bournemouth.
Are you at home or away?
Away.
Oh, you're winning.
You're gonna give us
last season.
You're gonna give us one of those robotic 2-0 Arsenal wins that you always do.
Nah, I think they could fumble the bag. Bag gonna get fumbled.
Really?
Just like last year.
Away at Bournemouth.
Philip Billing.
You know what it is, yeah? This Bournemouth manager, that's like I think he seems a bit PR. Do you know what I mean? I'm watching Bournemouth and I'm like, I don't see it. Like they hype
it's not that hot.
Bro, they sat Gary O'Neill for this guy, and I'm watching and I'm like, they could be worse than last season, but they've got better players. So I'm a bit like, I'm keeping an eye on this Bournemouth coach. He's not moving me at all. I don't see it. We'll see though.
I don't see us conceding away from home that easily against smaller sides. We're a lot more compact, a lot more defensive when we're away from home. And we really try to shut down teams defensively.
Also Rice, Igal. Like Rice is like the one thing that a lot of people after the Spurs Arsenal game, a lot of people
Rice is not going to play.
But the one thing about Rice, was that one thing I noticed was, wow, once you beat Arsenal's press, you then have to get past Rice and stuff. And I'm like, oh, that's quite hard. Do you know what I mean? It's like they've lost a bit of the fluidity that they had last season, but they're definitely more robust. Do you know what I mean? So they're definitely a hard team. Like, you know, you even saw it with Everton and stuff like that. They can just rotate the ball and keep it coming. If they've got Rice playing in this game, it's a comfortable win. Even without Rice, it should be a pretty comfortable win.
We played them the other day. We couldn't win because we couldn't score, but they didn't do much.
That's one time they weren't good. Like, we went there and won 2-0.
By the way, Dominic Solanke might not even play.
They got no attackers. I can't really think of anybody who's going to score against you.
Solanke's all right.
Solanke might not even play. He's injured, apparently.
I reckon it could be an easy 2-3 now.
Yeah.
Honestly.
By the way, just to let you guys know, Eddie Nketiah, Reece Nelson, and Jesus will be starting up top. Midfield's going to be Jorginho, Odegaard, and
how do you know this, Mika?
No, because we have injuries. Both Jesus, Gabriel Martinelli, Declan Rice, Bukayo Saka, and Trossard are all gone.
There's no listen. I'm familiar with Arteta's game. I expect to see Saka at the weekends. Do you know what I mean?
Like, the first game Saka misses.
I've seen him do this so many times.
This is going to be the first game Saka misses in 83 games at Arsenal.
Is Rice actually out though? Like I thought it was
some back spasm or something.
But I thought it was just for one game.
Yeah, he might miss this game, and Jorginho's going to start.
Nah, he'll be back. I think Rice and Saka will be back.
But again, the way Bournemouth
I don't think they're in a position. I don't think you're in a position to be going into these games at this present moment in time without your best players. I think
what?
they start.
The focus is in a week's time when we play City at home. We want a fully fit squad.
What? When do you play City?
Next week.
What?
Oh, these games are coming so fast,
bro. These games are coming thick and fast every week.
There's a big game.
Yo.
You just realized that?
Thick and fast is crazy, bro.
Bro,
I'm looking at it. Thick and fast is crazy. That's a bad hey, yo.
Yo, you guys need to chill. I seen somebody tweet out today that something about Amrabat's back shots. I was like, what?
Yo, go slow down, buddy.
Nah, I'm not joking. I'm dead serious. Did you guys see this?
The waters in the UK is sus.
Bro, I'm going to show you right now. This is how we're going to end the stream. But, guys, I'm going to go with the Arsenal victory. I'm going to go with similar to what Jay's saying, but I'm going to go, we beat them 2-0. Will you guys see this?
God's it, man. That Twitter $9.99 a month has got content creators acting
no,
cool, hasn't it?
I see. That's yo. But I get what he's trying to say, like the flicks. He should have
said. He's saying. I don't get what he's trying to say, bro.
I don't get it.
I'm about.
You're not meant to get it. You're not meant to get it, bro. That's the whole point.
No, he meant the flicks.
Yo, anyways, guys, we're out of here. You guys have yourselves a wonderful day. I'll catch you guys tomorrow, hopefully, for a match preview. Big up Jay, big up Chez, or should we say Breezy, and big up Clay Thompson.
You've been great tonight. Wonderful, boys.
Big up
I'll
MTT.
see you again sometime.
You have a good one, MTT. People, my comparison is probably, Young Lloyd? With
Young
the
Lloyd,
glasses?
the rapper, yeah.
You put some of those glasses on me, you'll see. Anyways, I don't know. That was another pause, I guess.